Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me today at Juanette's Crafting Corner. I'd like to start out by thanking some people, and in my last video, I mentioned that my son's bathroom was out of commission because of a leak, and we were sharing a bathroom, and there was a couple of people that told me their experiences of having to share bathrooms growing up. I think I mentioned that 7 of us shared one bathroom. This gal, there was 12 people that shared a bathroom. Diana grew up with 8 people sharing a bathroom. Sandy had 6 people sharing a bathroom. And then I would also like to thank Melissa at Storyteller Stitchery, because I showed her embroidery thread, her silk embroidery thread that she dyes herself. I had placed an order, and as a thank you, she sent me an extra skein of 5 different colors of thread. So thank you so much. Well, let's get started in today's video. So I'm going to be doing a different type of journal, and it has been on my list for quite some time. So let me just show you here, if you can see that. Oh, I don't know. There it is. Okay, so I have in this container, this box, everything that I've been wanting to do a dragon journal with. Let me open it up and I'll just show you some of the contents that I have been collecting. And I've got some things that I got from Hobby Lobby. That's like a sword. This looks like some swords also. Let's see what those are. They're like little charms. I have those. So when I would run across something, I would save it. And so these are the things that are going to go into the journal. And I have picked out several digitals. This also is a small little, I'll probably use the antique ones. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, see, a little charm with a dragon. So that's a tip for you guys. If you think you want to do a specific type of journal, grab a container and start putting stuff in it. Here's a couple of bigger charms. I think these are from Michael's, and they're pretty good size. Why did I throw that in there? Oh, it's because it's got some dragons there. It's a cigarette card. And then I have a mold where I did a resin pour, and also with clay. And of course we'll be painting this, but you can see that that is a dragon. Who knows where that will go. This is some Florentine paper, and if you look close you can see there's some dragons there. And then I do have a stencil with dragons, so I did do some coffee dyed paper. This is some fabric that I bought in Singapore, and you can see it's got some dragons there. I did a little bit of jelly printing with my dragon stencil. I have a couple of things of rice paper. How would this go? I think it goes like that, but that looks like a dragon. Well, it is a dragon. And then I have this. These are both from Peoria. Here's a dragon. You can see it through there. Oh, sorry, I should bring it down a little bit, but you can see that. And then this castle, I thought that's pretty. And then I had bought this book some time ago. Again, I had ordered it from Amazon, and I don't know, it's got some images in it that I might be able to use. There's some pretty big spreads of dragons in it. So anyway, that's my plan for now. Let me put this away. I also have several resin pieces that are like dragon eyes, and I think I'm going to use this green one. And if you guys recall, some time ago I did the mamagami paper to make it look leathery, and so I'm going to use that as part of the cover. And then I've gone ahead and cut out what will be the journal. It's going to be, I think I said like 9 inches by, so that my, I know, I'm sorry guys that I don't finish sentences. Let me see, where's my ruler? Here it is. So it is, let's bring that down. The journal itself, and if you want to follow along, that would be fun. So it's 11.5 by 9 inches. And I thought as I use people's digitals, I do have some digitals in Etsy stores that I've kind of marked as that I will purchase and print out. This is going to be the spine, which is about 2 inches. So I have this ready to go. Oh my gosh. Sorry, you guys. Oh, heavens. Let me just pull this up. Okay. And then what I've decided to do is I'm going to start by making the topper for the journal. What I did with Canva, in Canva, is I found a clip art image, and if you want this, I will send it to you free, but I designed it in Canva, and then I did a gradient of color in the background, and I printed it off on 110-pound cardstock so that it would be sturdy. And so I just wanted to be able to have an outline of what I was going to create. So the next thing I'm going to do is glue down eggshells and tissue paper or parchment paper so that it looks like scales. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to be using quite a bit of glue, I'm going to just put some plastic wrap around the eye in case any glue falls on it. It won't leave a residue, because I do want it to stay very clear and shiny. But I will pull this off after I'm done creating the topper. So this is going to be laid on top of the journal. I've got a bunch of eggshells that I've been saving, and they're going to be the scales. I've washed them out, and I will also try to remember to link the channel of the person who also did this idea. So let's first glue down the eye so we know where we're at. I don't think is there a backing on that? Let me just try here. I don't know if that's an adhesive backing or what. No, I don't think it is. So I'm going to just take some art glitter glue, and I'm going to glue down the eye. So, how's everybody doing? I'm very excited about this journal. Literally, I've had that stuff in that container for a couple of years. And I finally said, okay, I'm going to work on this journal. And I hope it turns out like I want it to in my mind's eye. So I think I'm going to do the eye like that. So I'm just going to put that down and let it sit there for a minute on that paper. And then the gal that I watched, let me put the camera on hold and I'm going to look up her channel so I can correctly say it while that dries. The name of the person whose channel I watched, who gave me the idea for using the eggshells and the parchment paper, is Belle's Uniques, and she lives in Australia. And so what she did is she took parchment paper and kind of rolled it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some PVA glue or Elmer's glue to this little medicine cup. I think it's going to be kind of a messy process because glue may go everywhere. Oh gosh, look at that. I'm going to just put some of this. Oh, it's leaking everywhere. Oh, and I don't want it over the eye. Oh. So anyway, what she did is, let me close this so it doesn't dry out. Okay. So she took some PVA glue. See, I've already got some there. And she kind of rolled it so that it would stay put. And we are going to be putting a lot of glue over this, so it doesn't matter if it's not exactly perfect. So I'm going to start building up layers around the eye. And I'm following the digital art, clip art thing. Let me grab a little bit more. Yeah, and I'm going to pull this off here. I don't think it matters too much. And so what I'll do is I will continue adding glue to this parchment paper and rolling it around and making a huge mess. And I will put the camera on fast forward so that you guys just don't have to watch me finagle with this. But yeah, we're just gonna continue to do this. I might put a little bit of glue down here. And it's not gonna follow the image exactly, but it'll be pretty close. Okay, so I finished with all the parchment paper where I wanted it. And then I'm also going in with a little bit of my art glitter glue And where it maybe is sticking up, I'm just putting a little bit underneath there and then pressing down. Belle said that she puts 3 layers of glue down to hold everything down. So I'm not too worried about things sticking up right now because, like I said, there's going to be lots and lots of layers of glue. Now the next thing we're going to do is add parchment or baking paper around the edge. So then I add some more glue to the edge of my piece of cardstock with my image on it and spread it around, and then add parchment paper so it wasn't completely flat on the edge. And she did kind of scrunch it up. So I'm going to just kind of do the same thing. And she did say she let it kind of hang off to the edge. She didn't mind that. And then she put glue over the top of it and used her brush to spread it down. So and she did let it hang off the edge a little bit because she didn't want completely smooth edges. So I'm going to do the same thing. Maybe have a little bit more glue there. Okay, and then I'm going to put some over here. And I guess over here I should have spread it around first before I put down the paper. Let's see, I've got a pretty good size here. So when I was doing this part here, talk about a hot mess. It was, I had glue everywhere. I had it on my fingers. It was hard to move the paper around. But, you know, I mean, I know right now this looks kind of like a hot mess. And it's just like with any craft. Initially, it may not look that great, but in the end, it does. So just go with the process. Pull this off to the side there. Okay, that just does not want to sit down there. You know what? I think I need to maybe not have it so wrinkled up. You know, I'm trying to not get my hands dirty because it was quite the mess. I'm going to use my pokey tool here to kind of see if I can bring this in. Nope, it's not going to work. Not working. I'm going to just have to get my hands messy. That's just all there is to it. Yeah. Yep. Because then it looks better. I'm going to come over here and kind of bring this in. Same thing over here. Yeah, that works the best. Just, you got to get messy. Okay, that's looking good. I don't want that to be just a straight edge there. I'm going to pull this up here a little bit. Yeah. Okay, now let's go down here to the bottom. And when I was printing this off on Canva, it wouldn't let me print it off unless I added another element down here at the bottom. So I just wrote the word dragon, but it's going to be covered up I'm pretty sure. Let's use this piece. Okay. So I will put the camera on fast forward again while I do this so you guys don't have to painstakingly watch me do it. So one thing that I did notice when I was using the baking paper or parchment paper, when it was rolled up and I was doing the curves around the dragon, at one point I tried tissue paper, not parchment or baking paper, but tissue paper, and that just fell apart. So I do recommend baking paper. And I know you can get it at most grocery stores. They sell it in big reams at Costco. And you use it to line your pans so that things don't stick to it when you're baking. It's a pretty good thickness. It's not thin like tissue paper. So the next thing I'm going to do is start putting eggshells in here. And she just would lay them down and then smash them down. And I think I need a lot more glue to hold them down. Yeah, definitely more glue in here. Now the egg shells represent the scales on a dragon. Okay, one thing that I found that was useful is to lay the glue down and then pick up a piece of your eggshell, lay it over the top, And actually I could even put a little bit of glue in the bottom, and then use the back of the brush to push it down. Because what I was finding is when I was using my fingers were so gluey that I was picking up the glue every time I pressed down. And then I add just a tiny little bit more glue over the top. And it doesn't matter that that one's upside down, because remember, this is going to be painted over. I do like that. I think I need a little bit through here. So I'm going to put quite a bit of glue there. And I'm just going to lay some down. Oops. Come on. Lay it like that. And then use the back, like I said, of my brush to push it down, and then a little more glue over the top. And just be very careful to not move that around too much. So, like I said, I'm going to continue doing this, and then we'll go from there. Okay, at least for now, I'm going to call this done, because I believe it needs to dry. And remember, there's going to be paint over this. There will be some wax paste, and I may even, because I did save another print of this, I may even come in where there's this paper here and color that a black color. So anyway, we'll see what this looks like when it dries. So what I did is I let this sit for a couple of hours and dry. And by the way, I took a nap in between there. And then I came back, added another coat of glue over the eggshells. And all I did was take my Elmer's glue, pour it over the top, and then take a brush and brush over it, over all of the eggshells. The other thing I did is I added some more of the parchment paper around the edge so that it's jaggedy and not like a clear straight line over the entire image. So this will sit overnight and dry, and then tomorrow morning I will add a third coat of the glue, let that dry, then we will start the process of painting. But anyway, come along for this journey with me to see how this Dragon Journal evolves, and I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks, and bye-bye.